Today we're going to be looking at Insta Millionaire, episode 10.
Oh, yeah.
And this week's episode is a juicy one.
It is.
So if you haven't listened yet, maybe pause this and go listen.
Yeah, go check it out.
But if you are all caught up,
I'll call up.
yeah, you know that things are really heating up for Rose and Alex.
Yeah, it's like the calm after the storm, but the tension is definitely still there.
Yeah.
You know, Alex has just like pulled off this incredible thing for Rose's family by, you know, helping them with that whole Heavenly Line group situation.
Right, and I think for viewers who maybe haven't had a chance to listen yet, can you just give us a little background on the Heavenly Line group? What's the significance there?
Yeah, so the Heavenly Line group is a big deal in this world. They wield a lot of power and influence, and Alex was like instrumental in resolving a major issue that they had with Rose's family.
Right, and she has no idea.
No idea.
Like, can you imagine?
No.
You've just been saved from this huge crisis and you have no clue who to thank.
I think that really speaks to the bubble that Rose lives in.
Totally.
Like, her worldview is so limited.
Yeah.
She can't fathom someone like Alex, you know, having the means or the power to even make a difference in a situation like that.
It's very much giving, like, I don't know, it's like she's got blinders on
Yeah,
and all she sees is her world.
exactly.
And her world is money and status, and that's it.
Exactly.
And then we get that scene at the restaurant.
Oh, don't even get me started.
I mean, come on.
Talk about cringe.
It's like she goes out of her way to humiliate him
Oh, absolutely.
in front of their friends.
In front of everybody.
It's rough.
But it's so important because you really see those two personalities clash.
Yeah.
You see Rose wielding her family status like a weapon, and then there's Alex caught in the crossfire. But here's the thing, even with all that pressure, he doesn't break.
He's very unbothered, isn't he?
Yeah.
It's like he has this inner confidence,
Yes.
this quiet dignity
Yeah.
that Rose is totally blind to.
Totally oblivious.
Yeah.
Completely.
And it just makes you wonder, like, what would it even take at this point
Yeah.
for her to see past the money,
Yeah.
past this whole social hierarchy that she's constructed, and just recognize him for who he is?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Yeah.
And the episode doesn't give us the answer to that.
No, it doesn't.
Instead, it throws us another curveball.
Yes.
The mystery benefactor.
Okay, so tell me more about that, because this is where it gets really interesting for me.
Yeah.
Because we've got Rose who's going around telling everyone that it was her dad.
Right?
Her dad pulled some strings, and that's how they got out of the situation with the Heavenly Line group.
Of course.
But we, the audience,
Yeah.
we know the truth.
If you know what's up.
We know that that's not what happened.
And that is what makes this such a great episode.
Yeah.
I mean, this dramatic irony we are in on The Secret, but Rose is totally clueless.
And she's like actively trying to figure it out.
Exactly.
Like she wants to uncover who this mystery person is that helped her family.
Yeah, it's just so good.
Oh. And it's like she's so close,
She's so close.
but she's so far away.
And then, of course, the episode ends with that cliffhanger.
Oh my God.
The phone call to her father.
I know, right? When I heard that, I was like, what?
I know, and it's just like that classic hook to keep you coming back for more, right?
Holy.
But I think there's something deeper there too.
Okay.
Like that phone call, it represents a turning point, a chance for Rose to finally see the truth.
To wake up.
Exactly.
Makes you wonder, how do you think she would react if she knew?
Oh my gosh, I don't even know.
She found out that Alex was the one?
I don't know if she could handle it, honestly.
I mean, would it change her?
Really? That's what we're here to unpack.
Right.
But before we dive into all of that, I think it's important to look at some of the other things happening in this episode, because remember, this is Insta Millionaire.
There's always something else going on.
Always something else going on.
It's interesting you should say that about something else going on, because we have talked about the mystery benefactor,
Yeah.
the dramatic irony, but we can't forget about Rose's friends.
Oh my gosh, her friends.
Right, talk about a case study in the allure of wealth and status.
It's like they're living vicariously through her,
Totally.
hanging on her every word, completely enamored by her family's connections.
And their money.
The influence.
It's like they've bought into this narrative that she's constructed
Completely.
that money equals power,
Yes,
and that's it.
100%.
Which I think is what makes this show so fascinating,
Yeah.
because it's kind of holding up a mirror
It is.
to our own little obsession
To society.
with status and material wealth, right? Like
okay.
these are dynamics that we see
All the time.
all the time, even if we don't want to admit it.
Yeah, and it makes you kind of ask yourself some hard questions.
Yeah.
Like, how do we measure success?
But that's a good one.
You know, are we drawn to these people that have power and influence?
Even if it's at the expense of others.
Exactly.
Oof, that's a tough one.
It is a tough one.
But I think that's what I like about this show.
Yeah,
It makes you think.
it does.
But it's not preachy
Yeah.
about it.
It's not like hitting you over the head with it. It's just presenting a situation
Right.
with these characters.
Yeah, and their flaws.
And letting you come to your own conclusions.
Exactly.
Which I think is,
The best kind of storytelling.
the best kind of storytelling.
Because it stays with you.
Absolutely.
Okay, but going back to the characters for a second, I want to talk about Alex for a minute.
Yeah.
Because he's the one who has every right to be angry.
Oh, 100%.
Right.
He should be livid.
He should be like,
Yeah.
putting her in her place, but he's not.
Oh, he's not.
He's like remarkably calm.
So calm and composed.
It's almost like he understands something that she doesn't.
It's like he sees right through her.
Yeah.
He sees through that facade.
Like her behavior.
Mm-hmm.
It's coming from this place of deep insecurity,
Yes.
even if she doesn't realize it.
100%.
And he sees that.
He recognizes that her need to kind of put him down.
Yeah, to belittle him.
It's more about her than it is about him.
Oh, absolutely.
It's fascinating.
Which makes you wonder,
Yes.
do you think he has genuine empathy for her?
Oh.
Or is it more like pity at this point?
That's a good question.
Because he can see
Yeah.
that she's blind to all of this.
Totally blinded by her privilege.
Right, and it makes you think about like,
Yeah.
is there potential for her to grow?
Oh, that's interesting.
Because wouldn't it be boring
Oh, yeah.
if she stayed the same?
If she stayed clueless the whole time.
Right.
Predictable.
Yeah, we need to see
Good.
that crack
Yes.
in her little facade.
We need to see her wake up.
But how?
Exactly.
How is it going to happen?
That's what we want to know.
That's what we're all waiting for.
I am on the edge of my seat.
Me too.
Yeah.
So will this be like a wake-up call for her?
Yeah.
Will she finally like realize what's been going on and actually have to confront?
Oh, that would be amazing.
Right.
Like, what if this whole thing actually humbles her?
Yeah.
And she finally sees,
Yeah.
the depth of her own ignorance.
Right.
Or what if she just doubles down,
Oh gosh, yeah.
like digs her heels in even more?
Yeah, what if it's just like,
Yeah.
nope, this is my world, this
Yeah.
is how it works.
Yeah, money talks.
Yeah, and you don't.
Exactly.
Now it's gonna be rough.
It's going to be interesting to see what happens.
But that's what I love about this show.
I know, me too.
Because they leave us hanging.
I do.
Like, I need to know what happens next.
No, absolutely. I need answers.
And it makes you think, like, outside of the show, what would it even take
Right?
for someone to, like, genuinely step outside of their bubble?
To really confront their privilege.
Yes. And be like, oh, wow.
Like, to have that kind of self-awareness,
yeah.
it's a big ask. It makes you wonder, though.
Yeah.
Do we do that?
Oh gosh, do we?
Yeah.
Like, are we like in our own life?
Yeah, are we guilty of that?
Do we buy into this idea that money equals power?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
I think we all do, to some extent.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. It's like ingrained in us.
It's everywhere you look.
And we're constantly being told.
Right. Like subliminally, even.
Yeah, that the people with the most money,
Yeah.
those are the ones with the power.
And that's who we should be listening to
Exactly.
and aspiring to be like.
And I think this episode really challenges that.
It does.
You know, it makes us question those assumptions.
Yeah, and it makes us look at how we treat each other.
Exactly. Like,
Yeah.
do we dismiss people based on their social status?
Right. Are we giving everyone
Yeah.
the same amount of respect?
Are we treating people with kindness and compassion,
Or are we just writing them off?
regardless of their bank account?
Yeah, those are the questions that I think this episode is bringing up.
And that's what makes this show so great.
It's entertaining, but it also makes you think.
Exactly. It stays with you.
And that's what we're all about here, right?
Yes. Storytelling that matters.
Absolutely.
Stories that make a difference.
Stories that start conversations.
Yes. And on that note, I think,
Oh, are we out of time already?
yeah, we got to wrap up this deep dive.
I know time flies when you're having fun.
It does, but the conversation doesn't have to end here.
Oh, absolutely not.
Right. We want to hear from you.
Yes.
What do you think is going to happen next?
Yeah, how do you think Rose will react when she finds out the truth about Alex?
Let us know
Yes, head over to our social media pages.
and share your theories.
Your thoughts, your predictions, everything.
We want to hear it all.
We do.
We'll be back next week with another deep dive. But until then,
Keep watching, keep thinking.
and keep those conversations going.